Hi, welcome to the LAPD Architects video blog.
Trevor, I've got planning approval now for my project. Does that mean that I could then start on site?
Having a planning approval, or the set of information that you need for planning approval is essentially very basic. You're showing what you need to get that scheme approved, and you deliberately don't show too much because you don't want the planners to latch onto anything needlessly. The next stage is for you to produce a set of information that you can give to a builder that they can accurately price and give you a fixed amount or a fixed cost to do that work.
So sometimes we have clients who say, my builder's given me a price off the planning drawings. Why is that not the appropriate price to accept?
The builder will be saying, I want this job, I'll give an attractive price to this person that they'll come to me. Then they will claim that they didn't realise that you wanted X, Y and Z within that scheme, and the cost will end up being disproportionately larger than was originally quoted.
Once a client has got planning approval, the next stage is something called building regulations and construction information. Are these two separate things? Can you tell me a bit more about them?
Generally no, the level of information is going to be a lot higher than you would submit for a planning application. It will include everything that a builder will need to know to build the scheme, and everything the builder will need to cost the scheme accurately, so you can have a fixed price, so they can give you a fixed price to build out what your dream is, what you want to achieve.
So my budget is quite limited, and I know, having looked at some of the technical packages that LAPD can produce, it's probably a bit more than what I need. What could you offer to simplify things for me but still get me the approvals?
We can tailor our fees to your budget and produce the information as best we can to meet those criteria, meet those needs. If your budget is limited, we can provide a set of information that will get building regulation approval. It may not have an electrical layout, it may not describe the landscaping outside, it may not describe the decoration and the internal finishes, but it gives you enough to get building regulation approval and gives you enough to get an accurate cost from a builder.
So what do the building regulations cover?
The building regulations are a set of approved documents that cover aspects such as ventilation, insulation in the floor, insulation in the type of glass that you use, sound, accessibility, a number of issues, and they are a set of rules that you have to comply with.
And couldn't I just get the builder to build it as he usually does?
Builders are great at building, and that's what you should use builders for. And builders generally want to start a job, build it as quickly as possible, and then go. They don't want to know or worry about whether you want a particular lightweight block internally, or the thickness of the insulation within the wall structure, or what the screed depth needs to be that works with the underfloor heating. They just want to get on and do it.
So it is important to have this detail before we start on site.
It speeds the process. It makes sure that you get an accurate costing at the beginning, and the cost is going to be the same at the end, which I think is essential for any successful project.
Whatever the size of your project, we can provide an answer. LAPD Architects. Design for living.